Well, Vancouver Islanders are getting a rare chance to take the helm of BC Ferries this week as they try to help steer the company's future service levels. People up and down the coast are taking part in community consultations as BC Ferries looks for ways to cut $30 million from its operating budget. From the major routes from Victoria to Vancouver to the smallest crossings on the island's northern tip, pennies are going to get pinched. CTVNewsScott Cunningham reports.
From the open ocean to the boardroom, BC Ferries passengers are charting unfamiliar territory, weighing in on ferry service.
A little frustrated.
His is a bleak outlook, and this is why.
We've been clear that there are going to be cuts.
The provincial government has tasked BC Ferries with coming up with $30 million in service reductions.
BC Ferries is not sinking, but the company needs to bail out some excess water to stay afloat. Before millions are slashed from its budget, the province is asking users where the cuts should be made.
What we really want to have is their input on how we can make sure that the service is here for tomorrow.
In NANAIMO, riders are talking about their two-terminal city, which some say is one too many.
I think if they removed the Departure Bay terminal, moved all the services to Duke Point, sold the property, rezoned the property at Departure Bay, they would recover huge costs.
While debate focuses on cutting a terminal in NANAIMO, smaller port towns and island destinations are zeroing in on keeping their terminals open and making sure regular service stays afloat. As cuts loom large, small towns appear the most vulnerable. BC Ferries has been clear its mainland routes are its only moneymakers. All the more reason for riders to speak out.
So we've got 13 major communities that are completely dependent on ferry service. So we've had a long-standing interest in making sure that the service is available to islanders and continues to support coastal economies and communities.
As debate spills from the water to the boardroom in NANAIMO, people in smaller centres who depend on ferries will have their say. 30 consultations will be held before the province, and BC Ferries pen a report on what cuts can best address a $30 million budget reduction. Scott Cunningham, CTV News, NANAIMO.